Hey everyone, and welcome to AgileCraft. AgileCraft is a Google Chrome extension that makes crafting stories easy. I've been in the consulting industry for over 10 years, and one of the things that's consistent with either consulting or being on the technology side is having to create user stories. User stories are the lifeblood of creating technology. I've always thought, how do we make this process easier? We have all the business requirements, but it takes time to curate these user stories in the right way. Well, with AgileCraft, we make turning your business requirements into user stories easy. Now, why don't we hop into a few examples of where we actually can use this? As you might have guessed, our demo starts in Jira because a lot of companies use Jira to curate their stories. Now, Jira isn't the only software where we can do this. You really can do this in any web application, but we'll show a couple of examples of how you can do this in Jira, Confluence, and in Salesforce. So our business requirement in this case is we need to set up case queues for our support team. Now let's go ahead and select this, and we're going to right click and craft user story right here. What this is going to do is take all your business requirements and craft a user story. And you can see that we have what we put in here at the top, and we have our user story down below with a nice summary, acceptance criteria, and business benefit. And we can take all this information and drop it right into our story. And now we have a nice curated story. And the best part is you can take all this information and you can tweak and modify it however you see fit. But this is a great way to start each story so you have kind of the scaffolding you need to develop. Now, why don't we go into our next one here, which is the Stripe payment processor. Now, this is going to be a little more complicated because creating a payment processor in B2B commerce is complicated. But we're going to take this requirement and it's going to pull back information on our B2B commerce implementation for Stripe. And we can take this, drop it straight in the story. If you find that, maybe you want a little bit more detail, it does allow threading in here. So you can go and say, okay, well, I want to try it one more time. Give me a little more information. Now you can see this time it's pulled back a little bit more in the acceptance criteria. So now we can take all this and we can dump it into our user story. So this is option 1 here. Option 2 is in Confluence. A lot of the businesses I work with use Confluence, and sometimes they like to curate their stories here first and then move it into Jira afterwards. The same type of thing can be accomplished over here. You can right-click, craft user story, and the interface is exactly the same. It's a common way to be able to craft user stories across all the different type of websites that you may be using. Now let's do one last example here, and I hope this shows that this can really be any website you want to use this in. Let's say we have a customer who is using work items or some other object in Salesforce to hold all their tickets and be able to work these, but they like to be able to keep these in user stories. Well, in this example, we're using work orders, and I can go down into my business criteria, and I can easily select this and craft my user story off the selection. Really, the only requirement here is that you're able to select exactly what you want to craft, and then you can click craft, and it will create this user story for you easily. Now you might be wondering, how do I get started with AgileCraft? Well, the best part is that it's free. So you can go to the Chrome extension, you can click Add to Chrome, and once you've downloaded that in Chrome, you'll have a new icon here or in the drop-down here. And once you click this, it'll open up the AgileCraft extension right here, which will give you the ability to log in. You'll want to first create an account here, entering in your email and your password, and once you've created this account, you'll be able to see the main menu here, which gives you the number of requests you've used and how many you have left. Now you have up to 50 requests free every single month, and this resets every single month. So you'll have at least 50. And then if you find that you're using this more, I'd love for you to upgrade. Go to personal. You can easily enter your credit card information here, which will set up a subscription for you to be able to use up to 250 requests. And if you find that you're using this for work, this is something that we see businesses want to be able to do with a lot of requests. Someone who's in kind of a BA or a functional role, you can actually upgrade into professional and get up to 500 requests per month. You can also see that we have a support number down here. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us and we're happy to assist. Thanks for watching, everyone.